Those who took DNA tests, have you dug up a secret that completely ruined a family gathering? I am currently sitting in the driver's seat of my 2016 Honda Civic in the parking lot of a Golden Corral. My hands are shaking so bad I can barely hold my phone. There is mashed potato smeared on my windshield. I wish I was joking. Inside that restaurant, my entire family is currently screaming at each other, while the staff threatens to call the police. It smells like exhaust fumes and regret out here. But let me back up and tell you how a simple swab of saliva destroyed 30 years of marriage in less than 10 minutes. It all started 2 months ago for my dad's 60th birthday. He has always been obsessed with genealogy and family trees. He is the guy who spends his weekends scanning black and white photos of people we don't know. So being the supportive son I am, I bought 23 DNA kits for the whole family. It seemed like the perfect gift. We could all map our heritage, find out if we were Vikings or royalty, and then present the results at the big reunion dinner tonight. Honestly, I thought it would be a boring PowerPoint presentation where Dad talked about our ancestors from the 1800s. Fast forward to a week ago when the results started trickling into my email. I logged in to check mine, expecting the usual mix of British and German. That part was normal, but then I clicked on the DNA relatives tab. You know how it sorts people by how closely related they are to you. Well, right there at the top, listed under close family was a user named ColeGuyBrian98. That is my cousin Brian. He is my Uncle Jerry's son, but the app didn't label him as my first cousin. It labeled him as my half-brother. I sat in my kitchen for an hour just staring at the screen. The air conditioner was buzzing, and I could smell the leftover Taco Bell wrapper in the trash, but I couldn't move. I ran the numbers in my head. Uncle Jerry and my dad are brothers, so maybe the DNA was just confused, but the percentage of shared DNA was way too high. It was undeniable. My dad, the man who lectures us about moral integrity every Sunday, had apparently been very friendly with Uncle Jerry's wife, Aunt Susan. Back in the 90s, I decided to keep my mouth shut. I figured I would take this secret to my grave. But here is the thing about my dad. He loves technology, but he doesn't understand privacy settings. Apparently, he had linked all the family accounts to his master profile so he could build one giant mega tree for the reunion. He had seen the results too. But the man is so dense he didn't realize what the data was actually saying. He just thought the algorithm made a mistake connecting Brian to him instead of Jerry. So we get to the Golden Corral tonight. Everyone is there. Uncle Jerry is wearing his lucky fishing hat. Aunt Susan is showing off her new gel manicure. My mom is happily eating shrimp from the buffet. Dad stands up, clinking his fork against his glass of Diet Coke to get everyone's attention. He unrolls this massive banner he had printed at FedEx office. It is 5 feet long, and right there in the middle, printed in high definition color, is a solid black line connecting his photo directly to Brian's photo. I tried to stand up. I tried to wave him down, but he was on a roll. He started talking about how genetics are fascinating and how sometimes traits skip a generation. Then he pointed to the line. He literally said that it was funny how the computer glitch thinks he is Brian's father. The table went dead silent. You could hear the chocolate fountain bubbling in the background. Aunt Susan turned the color of a ghost. Uncle Jerry stopped chewing his steak. He looked at the chart. He looked at Susan. He looked at Dad. Then Jerry stood up. He didn't scream. He just picked up a bowl of mac and cheese and launched it across the table. It hit my dad square in the chest. That broke the spell. Aunt Susan started crying and trying to explain that it was one night during a ski trip in 98. Mom stood up and poured a pitcher of iced tea over Dad's head. It was absolute chaos. People were slipping on the floor. A waiter dropped a tray of plates. But here is the part that is permanently burned into my brain. The oddest detail of the whole fight. While Uncle Jerry was putting my dad in a headlock and Mom was screaming about divorce lawyers, my grandma just sat there. She didn't even look up. She was calmly wrapping dinner rolls in napkins and stuffing them into her oversized purse. She literally reached over Uncle Jerry's arm to grab the butter packets while he was punching his brother. She looked at me and winked. She knew she had known for 20 years. Now I am in the car. Uncle Jerry is currently crying on the curb next to a minivan. My dad is trying to wipe cheese off his shirt. Mom just texted me that she is taking the dog and leaving. And Brian is still inside eating dessert because he says he doesn't care who his dad is as long as they keep refilling the sauce.